Hello, good evening, my viewers. Good evening. I hope you had a beautiful day. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending from where you're watching us from. We are live here on Great Commission TV. We always bring you informative, educative, inspiring, and wisdom talks as usual. We are here again today. My name is Stella, the host of Time with Lady Counsellor Stella. Yes, I have a very intelligent and handsome and beautiful guest for you. In fact, they're looking so beautiful. But then, I would like you to know what we're talking about today. We are talking about counseling. Counseling in marriage. Counseling before marriage and counseling after marriage. Is it necessary? Yes. We have Elder in the house and the CEO of Joseph Ventures, and we have a filmmaker, and she's also a counselor, and they got a lot to share with us. Yes. All right. This program is sponsored by GS Joseph Ventures, located at Accra. It's a home of shoe, house of shoe, or home of shoe, whichever way you want to put it. But what matters is that they supply you shoes in any way you want it, in different categories, different qualities of shoes. No matter how little your capital is, they are ready to provide you with a lot of goods. Locate them at Accra, UTC, or China House, adjacent Children's Hospital. Yes, and I have that real man in the house, Mr. George Sapon. He's an elder too in the church and CEO of the G Ventures. You understand? All right. And I have my lady too. So I would like them to introduce themselves, and that would be nice. Yes, please, ladies first. I would like that beautiful lady to introduce herself to my guests.
All right, thank you.
Yeah,
My name is Stella Olubumi.
Okay.
I'm a psychologist,
Okay.
like you said, a counselor. I'm a writer and a filmmaker. I'm also an entrepreneur. So maybe I can go start buying shoes from Mr. George.
That's great. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so
I'm sure you've seen his products already,
yeah,
so you
sure.
can.
He has a nice product.
That's good.
So thank you very much.
That's good.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Good to have you here. You're looking so beautiful,
Thank
stunning.
you very much.
That's
Thank you.
lovely. All right, Mr. George, please kindly introduce yourself to our audience.
Yo, mommy.
Yes.
I can say
Mpachamayente.
Metia at TF1 so
Mpacha
and
ye.
then you bring. Meeting at the George Sapon,
Okay.
Eda Sapon, or Peace Chapel International.
Okay. All right. And also you're CEO of now sponsor program we are. Wow. Thank you.
GS Joseph Ventures.
Yes.
GS
Joseph Ventures.
Yes.
That's great. That's lovely. Today we're going to talk about interesting topic that we need to know. Yes, so many people do not know what marriage and counseling is all about. So we want to talk about marriage and counseling. Is it important? Is it necessary? Before you get married, is it important you go for counseling? After getting married, is it also necessary you go for counseling? I'm happy we have an elder here and we have psychologists. These people are going to dig us through and really, really give us a good talk and wisdom talk for that matter. All right, let me start with the lady first.
Okay.
All right, Lady Stella,
Yes,
please can you take us through what is marriage in counseling or counseling in marriage?
Okay, thank you very much. Before we talk about counseling in marriage, let's first of all talk about what is marriage.
Exactly.
What is the togetherness, coming together of two adults. In Africa, we want to say two or more. I'm a pure African woman. So when I'm talking marriage, I don't exclude the polygamists because the marriage is the smallest unit that we have, but is a projection of the whole society. Whatever the marriage produces or whatever our marriages produces is the result that we get in the society. So, but in a simple definition, marriage is the coming together of a man and a woman, or a man and women, whatever way you say. So, and it is believed to be an institution of God that was established by God for the coming together of a man and a woman. So now coming to talk of counseling in marriage, it is the advice that is given in preparation for what you are going to encounter during your marital experience. And this is usually given by professionals and experienced persons, because there is a popular saying that you cannot give what you do not have. So for you to talk about marriage, you must have tasted marriage, you must be able to, you must have known, experienced it, because it's a practical thing. I will need to pause there so that before we go on. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. All right, Elder me pacho, me per se, on chire say, important and say, it's say, obibe counseling, sana wa worry. And also, be also, omo catch us omo worry, there's no need for counseling. Until then, I'll be tini achire, abe na yenti ase wo.
Yo, mami, that's it. Near mechanic say, aware, aware. No. You miss our and she saying, and I'm so free, yammy. On or dear warrior, she say, am I young? Nemo, animal too. Say, wouldn't you who me dear? Wouldn't be free precope, now conquer worry. Maybe I will see kind of when ya. Maybe I brain also say, who said they were drew the or say they worry. Then so you can't dear, can you say, and I was say at a back. They won't ne counsel. Na wasua afri omo aye bi pen enchen enti sai nipa no ne nipa omo bechiwatena se ne atufo a kirewo sani aware ne hyehyeye dey etie because ye hwe ne aware bebre egu no a ya na emunti ase no e wo fam e bia meka say oba no wansua bibiara amfiri ba biara sanso na be ma no so ansua bibiara amfiri ba biara enti ne bansa na obia ye ne a oye de ope na mom se e ba se ye chimotena se ne etumofo se bia na ne agya ana asori mpanifo e chimotena se ne kire mu aware ne kwan so a ofa be ma fa oba fa we feel se mu start se mu tu anamo no a bibia be kama na mom se e ba ne se wa oba amfa be ma nso amfa futuo no dia ene se ne eti bia mbekwa akopem ne ba ne sanso a na je saware no animu eti ne mementi ase am wo e wo counseling no emu no
ti papa o Matia say ba o kire say without counseling na worry na nye without counseling the marriage wouldn't work sana o kire ana because amafo feel say ebi wo mo ka cha wo say just oba no betina ne nche for some months. The woman have to come and stay with him for some period of time before they study each other. And before that's the most important thing compared to the counseling. That means they don't need that counseling. They prefer studying each other before paying the bride price and doing other things that is necessary for them to stay together as husband and wife. Is it true? Sir?
Mommy, the American say, Sanchi Shane, any punch share. But Yamin share no dear, and yes, son, or say Oban obey Janeja, Berman's obey Janeja, Nena. No more no quatna, Koya, number. And I say a counsellor won't be free precope and show a ban finding quatna with them. And I will fear naturally what I say, Okaku Busia. I shall say no, Obaku Busia, the Busiani Jew too much. Yachro a Busiana mamre. Ah, I was a ut, Abonamo was a utu. The Busianet made the Obana a day. I shall one sas. Say a hair, our remoa, see a coward and ancasa, and only a Busiano. I saw it dear, a year, and all your mechanic said, dear Tosumi, then we say, Papa, edgitum, mammy jitum, Nebusiani Jew tumu dear, a 1 hour a day, a year pay.
Exactly.
And she said, Oka said, now say, all the Obana Cotina with you and wash a sending in the supermarket any idea. A punch share by Yamia Quamuno, and yes, Anna, I was say,
thank you so much, Reverend. Mr. Reverend, thank you so much, Elder. Yes, you are really Elder indeed. He's telling us and helping us to understand that counseling is necessary and is important. Even though some people have made up their mind to live together as couples, whilst they've not done the necessary and they are not legally married. And that is not right. That is their mindset and that is what they choose to do. But that is not how God ordain and instruct marriage to be like. Thank you so much, Elder George Sapon. We are still on it. I want to ask Sister, my lady, Stella, I know you have a lot as a counselor to say about this particular topic. Anyway, yes, we were talking about some other time ago that during olden days, our great-grandfather, time no, they prefer say, Obano betina munche without doing counseling. Even with that, they stick together and as couples and they enjoy marital life. But today, it is not like that. Even all the counseling, even those counseling in the church, I don't think they do the right thing. Are they professional? You are a counselor. I want to hear from you.
Okay, thank you very much. I think the first thing that is wrong is we have lost some kind of values, some cultural values. It is natural to want to believe that everybody going into marriage are different people from different backgrounds. And in those days, people don't really go too far to pick a spouse. So within a community, they know their family settings, they do a background check, even if the man is not there. So many men in our father's time were not the people who selected the wife they married. You know, maybe their mothers or somebody they are in the family, an elder in the family, will go to another family to do a background check and pick a wife for somebody, just like it happened in the Bible, you know. So, and those times, there was counseling, but it's just that they were not educated. What is counseling? You are counseling somebody, you are preparing, it's a preparation, it's a preparatory class. The only thing is that they don't do it formally the way we do it now. But then they will sit a young lady down. They will tell the young lady how you are going to respect the people in your husband's family. That's counseling. They are going to tell you how you dish your husband's food, how you serve him food, how you lay his bed. They are going to tell them, they tell them all of those things. And that is actually counseling.
Exactly.
Now, when they do all of that, then they will now do a background check of the family. You see, they don't just throw their children at the risk of just marrying anybody. But you see, and when it comes to the church issue right now, it is done with some kind of, maybe somebody that has money is the one that is speaking. Even the sisters, they will tell you they had a dream. They will never dream of a brother that is poor.
Yes.
They will always dream about a ready-made man. And there's confusion from the beginning, from the onset. So now, because people go into marriages for different reasons. Those days, people go into marriages because they wanted to be happy, they wanted to have a companion, they wanted to have children. But these days, people go into marriage because he's rich, he can take care of my needs. He's rich, he can take me abroad, he can fly me out of the country. You know, they go into marriage for different reasons right now. And come to talk of the counselors in the church or wherever, you see, even in the schools, we have counselors in the school that are being paid, but they do nothing. They don't counsel the children. Right under their noses, the children perform all sorts of atrocities. They do all sorts of things, and they never counsel them. They never did anything. So even in churches, the counselors too, they just feel
reluctant.
They just feel like just tell you. They think they can just tell people going into marriage anything. Now this is the truth. Marriage does not have a template. I keep telling people. Just like you said, it's an individual thing, and there's no particular template.
Just like Papa said right now.
Yes, please. It doesn't have. There's no template. But the truth is, there is no amount of counseling you can give two incompatible people that would ever work. Do you understand? There's what we call compatibility in marriage. But we are too religious to see all of these things. If you can't just go and pick somebody who is a drunkard and then you want, because of the small counseling, you gave before preparing for the wedding, you want the person to stop being a drunkard. It's not possible. You don't change people in marriage. Then you say, don't worry, when we get married, I will change you. No, you don't change people in marriage, because these are adults. And the issue is individual differences from the onset. People are coming from different backgrounds. People are coming from different, they were raised by different parents. And these are the reasons why it becomes so difficult for the counselors to even have impact, because these are adults. I just feel that the counseling thing should go beyond before the wedding. Yeah, I think it's just go before the wedding. And like the question you asked, that is it that anyone who doesn't have counseling before marriage will not have a successful marriage? No. From my own understanding, I know a lot of people who weren't counseled by anybody. Nobody called them. They don't even go to church, so they don't have the opportunity of seeing a marriage counselor. They just found themselves. People meet in clubhouses, people meet in hotels, people meet anywhere, and they eventually get married and make good marriages. Do you understand? So it depends on the individual persons, and that is the individuality that brings, it's just, the counseling is just a kind of formality to me.
Yeah. Yes. Elder George said it earlier on too. He was like, it's personal opinion,
yes,
but that is not how God wanted to be. But people decide to just live together and stay together. That is their choice, but that is not how it should be. Okay, and you are making us to understand that even though most people, without being counseled, they live together and still glued to each other as beautiful and good couples, and things are working out well from them. That shows that you and Elder is giving us the same point, that it depends on individuals, how you understand each other, then how much love you have between yourselves. All right, thank you so much. Papa, see, as an elder in a church, have you come across people that have come for counseling before getting married? After marriage, having children, they come back again for counsel. Papa, have you come across that as an elder? Is it possible? Does it work?
Debbie, that kind of said Debbie. HSA.
Yes.
Minim say ni nyina agina.
Yes.
Ebra omo be hyase aware no. Sabre na sorry. Ye wo mpanifo a omo so mu dwumadi a omo di ni say. Omo be chimo atena se na afutuo bia omo de wo so omo de mam aware mu no. Omo da na de de kire mu. Na mum say omo say bibi sa be koso say ne wo kan say after marriage no.
Yes.
Say bibi sa be koso a je say bibi asi.
Good.
Ewo aware ni mu.
Aware ni mu.
Ansa na ebia nipa no watu anamo so de beto counselors na yede anim. Na say ebia wo mu ani asan from say ye san tumofo de eno de meka ne say ye nye ne saa. Ye nye ne saa mum.
Yes. Yes. Ye nye ne saa because eba saa, that means worry no bibi come. There's a problem in that marriage. When it happens like that, you've come for counseling, because I've seen a couple people like that. My own name for baby, or my worry, they've gotten married. After some years, some period of years, no one's about back for counseling. Until actually say they don't understand each other. Yes. Actually say marriage, it's not bed of rosary. Because these are two different people that have come to stay together. Definitely BBBC. So the way Oka first said, they must know each other. You have to compart. You have to be one. You have to work as team. You have to understand each other. You don't keep third party as of your marriage. And I mean, yes, sir. Who your bar and you get married. Now we keep it third parties. Definitely there will be a breakage in your marriage. There will be a leakage.
No, invite any panama about our
Mpacho kabibi na
yanti. Say any panama we inviting the so mesa third party no. A dear adrenaline or de bemu. Or the time which is our no be koso. And now what the time which is our day ever say. The minimum make me can say. Ayemu mienu. And I'm what Giatum said, mobile worry. Yes. And I'm mumienu na more chassis as a more worry. Yes, Papa. And Tiana Tony a mumienu. Exactly. And I was a mumienu muhunia a yema akosia. Exactly. Now, Kosians were when ye yema quasi. Exactly. Send ye beya. yɛmfa yɛnsɛm kora nyɛ dɛn ɛnkwa bɔnten bebree kɔsɔ aware bi wɔ hɔ a na akɔyɛ te sɛ da biara ne da dwom da biara ne etu anamo ɔbaa kɔ ha na ɔde n'asɛm kɔ bɛrima kɔ ha na ɔde n'asɛm kɔ ɛba saa anigye bi ani aware no mu nanso ka me deɛ minim sɛ aware ankasa nso deɛ anka aware ma anigyeɛ nanso so ɛyɛ aware papa ɛna bɛma w'ani agye na mmom sɛbio aware bɔne deɛ ɛmma w'ani gye da nti no ɛho nhia sɛ aware no sɛ mo mmienu mu tu anamo no wie a wopɛpɛ sɛ obi bɛgyina mu sɛ ɛto deɛ adin a ɛyɛ amo wɔ mpanifo a ahyase no ɔmo counseling mu nti ɔmo saa no na ɛwɔ sɛ mo san tu anamo yɛ dɛn ɛkɔ ɔmo nanse na sɛ bibi wɔ amo kɔda na deɛ ɛda ɛkyɛm sɛ deɛ meka na ahyase sɛ bibi nsi a ɛho nhia sɛ after marriage no counseling bɛsan yɛ dɛn abam na mmom sɛ ba ne saa deɛ ne sɛ bibi asi
BBSC. All right. Nti Elder George, that means as an elder you are in your church, does it mean say all the counselors know or more counsel properly at the rightful way? Can you take us through? Then when you're done with your, then I'll go to the psychologist.
Omo so no enye se omo nko ape e asore no enhyehyeye emu na omo de eden etu saa na mo no etimi de meka ne se omo ye ni nyina pepepepe se ne ebe ya mo kotena mo benya se betima ama mo ho on se ne mommy kan se obi afiri baabi e na obaaye
exactly
obi wo ho no mo a ohwe ne maame ene ne papa ware sebe na enye no eno no ono afa to ne tim se sebe ode kwaware obi nso baba sara nso na oba bi nso afa ne se sa na ode kwaware obi baba ma eba saa se o maame no papa de na eye fa eno no kɔ ebe ma won so de no because o maame no papa de na eye de a ena na kyese o mo mienu no mo tena asetena pa eti saa asetena pa de sa fa kɔ wo so de mu na wo waware no nso nya dai enye kama emma wo ene ukunu no ene sebe emofra bepie mu aba na nhye sebe abusuan kra nimonyam na akamo asore nso na se koba ne se bia na maame no papa ware na nye ana baabi a wo tena ya ususu se sa nkrofo we de ebi o ware a o ware no se ne wo anhu no se eye no na se wo di sa ware no e na wo de bekọ wo de de a eno kra nyame anim enkoduru baabi ya na sabio awareja ye bebre nsuso edingina saa ne ma we ya so cause be man tene ho ase na oba ntene ho ase a de etwa ne say den ene esa de atena baabi na mentena baabi e ba saa enhye nyame animonyam.
Okay papa nyame hira papa kire say o ma ye na ehu say ware no counsel ana counsel nimo wa na wo be hyehyɛ wo ware wo na wo be ye wo ware ye perfect wo na wo be ye wo ware na wo hu be gi worry. Whether counseling or no counseling, you are the one that will perfect your marriage. I don't know. Let me ask my lady. You're on a book altar. You're a counselor. So this topic, I know you have a lot. Can you take us through like what Elder is saying? He's helping us to understand. Say that's whether counseling in the church, whether no counseling in the church, you still have to be the one to build your marriage, to build a strong foundation to enjoy your marital home. What do you think?
Yeah, he's very right. He's very right. Like I said, marriage does not have a template because what works for you might not work for me. God. What you can tolerate, I might not be able to tolerate it.
Exactly.
Because we are two different people. And a lot of people want to generalize in marriage. That's why I keep saying, when you have too much of people counseling you, one of the problems we have in marriages today is because there are too many counselors, so-called counselors. Good. On social media, you are hearing, when you keep hearing too many advices, too many things from different people, you become a confused human being. And that's why a lot of couples right now are confused. Another thing that is killing the marriages is because people compare marriages. You can't compare your marriage with mine. Like I said, we are individual persons. My level of tolerance might be higher than yours, So you can't tell me that, okay, because you slap your ex, you slap your ex, then and then you don't even say sorry and it's okay and she's fine. Then you come and slap me and say, okay, once you tell me sorry, then I should be fine. It doesn't work like that. I'm not your ex. I am who I am. So people compare marriages. They say, my sister's marriage, my brother's marriage is so, is like this, is like that. And before you know what is happening, they begin to have issues and problems. No matter what, counseling or no counseling, you have to work on yourself. I said something about people, counseling young ladies when we were younger, even in time of our mothers. What they do, our parents, they concentrated on the girl child. They were educating the girl child how to cook, how to respect the husband's family, how to respect the husband, how to take care of the husband, how to do. They forgot to teach the boy child how to be a good husband, how to care for his family, how to be a responsible husband. It is only when you are a responsible husband that you will become a responsible father. So that loophole is what is happening right now. That's what is affecting marriages right now. Because these two people, one was properly raised, the other was not properly raised.
Thank you.
There was so much concentration on the girl child. There was no concentration at all on the boy child. Now coming together, it takes the grace of God to have a good marriage. Because the girl child that you have used the whole sweat to educate, will be seeing all the mistakes that you refuse to correct in the boy child. And that's where it lies. And that's why in marriage, we need to work on ourselves. We work towards perfection because there is nobody that is perfect in life.
Okay. Thank you so much, psychologist. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Elder Mpacho, Papa, yes, you are really giving us good points. But Papa, Mami Bisa was sembako. Counseling no. Chira there's Mami no kasisiano. Counseling no. Basically, a yema oba ana a yema bema ana omu menu. Ana adentina yama omu.
And the woman say a yema omenu nina.
Okay.
If you say a yana mo tu a mumino and a muku tu a boom.
Yes.
Same pokra wa ware pen kra no a. Na say bibinti aware na gu a. Na say the see yema aware na gu e yema anwie peye. And the influence all the onware kra da. Sane mommy kan no. Wo free fie bi mu e na me so me free fie bi mu.
Yes, Papa.
Ene e ba be hia. E de amienu ye nteteye. Ene kwan e fa so a ye di bedroom pempen so we no. Eso obia ni baby ofa ya ansa no oba bedroom ha no mo. Enti se ba ne se mo gitum se mo be ware dia. Mu hia omo a omo wo mo anim. Na omo wo nimdie e wo anamon na mo betunu ho. Na omo aboa mo a kire mo ne e wo se mo ye. Na amaware na yeden awie peye. Se ekoba ne se wa wadwene ani unsusu ya na ade kwa ware no. Papa Bishop Brighton Markera do fune kana so say wadwe say obi a oba bi kikawo. This oba bi kikawo nti na so o de kwa ware dia. Any already no wa fairly dada. Nemo wo say wote ni anamon na wutu no. Wote ase na se wa unti ase nwie peye dia. Ene na ohia wo mo a omo nimu de ewo anamon na wutu no mo. Aware ne kwan no mo. Na omo aboa wo. Na omo a kire wo ne wo say dey wo ye na aboa ma aware na wo kɔ no. Sabi anya nkobesie na mo wo kwa atimi ayeye ama wo aware de se meka se anigye ba mu na ekoyi a no kra nyame anim wan kasa wanigye.
Oh yes.
Wanigye bebre.
Yes,
na se ankoyi nso de a no kra nyame anim na se wo de asem kase se ye wo asore mu yi se koba ne sa ese omo de asem kase asan abeto asore no so cause adentina aware a ye hyira so hwedom nyina aba enche wo beti ayese aware no agu adentia because of say entiase a mienu no anya mo wo ho nti na se ba ne sa na ebeye den aware no gu na begu enhye nyame animonyam ena enhye busua ne animonyam na wo ankasa nso kra no enhye wo animonyam nti me de misusu se ehia se mbenya futufo aba mo aware no ahyase no na enye se bia futuo no nso keke e wo se ensem no ye ka kire mo no esan se yenti e wo se mofa se wo fa na me nso me fa ha edi na be ya kwansidi amayen ne ebe ya ne se wadi wudi eso me nso ma di me di eso na se mpo sa asem bampo a ye mi enu atanse ede e ko hia no asem sei na ye pani e ka kire ya na se yesua ye na fa ede nti na wayi wo de wo chese wa twe wo afira asem no ho
bibia be sai
nti mu ye baako na mu tie afutu ede ma mo ahyase no a mo be ko mo ani mu amaware na ye kama na aye kra be hwa mo obi nso ede mo aware na ye den akasa kire no se me de say ni power mu aware de ka me nya ne sei pa da ache a me ware anka me pepa na hye nyame ani mo nyam
exactly papa that's it. Oh goodness, thank you so much for having this special guest in our midst. Yes, Papa Chere say that couples need to apply Amos chapter 3 verse 3, that two must work together as one. If you fail to work together as one, it's not going to work. Sana Papa Chere, ana Papa nya sana oka. Papa say, if you want to enjoy your marital home, counseling or not counseling, the both of you must understand each other. And you must apply Amos chapter 3 verse 3 that said that if two do not work together as one, that is not how it's going to work out right. You must agree, you must work as a team, as a couples, you must work with togetherness to work out things. Love yourselves as in really love yourself, even though some do not understand what love is all about. And that is why you must go for counseling. And now, Papa, Mama Mbisa was some elder, Mr. Rawo, into that counseling, no, what do they normally teach them? They now almost say almost counseling, no. You made us to understand counseling or without no counseling, that if you say your marriage is going to work, it will work. You can go to counseling for years to years. If it won't work, it won't work. Because both of you do not understand yourself. And yes, I know, Papa. That is what he's letting us understand. And the psychologist as well. But I want Papa to list as an elder in the church, what are the things they teach people in counseling? Just list a little bit for us. Let's see. So that the psychologist too will list some.
Yo, and church they be saying, sir, oba akwaware, bema akwaware. Na ebi anadwene ni nsusue mu se matiska na maye oba ne ho ade enti no sabio medimisika no ato no enti se bia maami ana papa na anua kora no on pen se ebia beebi omo kora no on busuani bia ye de beba ne nchen ebi nso ne sen ade na wo asua ewo aware na wo kɔ no mu because anamona watu no eya de a enni na wieye nti ne Bible ye kan say agese owuo say ade say wo ye ma o time bi na wo ya kopim de a ene wonim say wo ya kopim ha na wa de wasan wachi ba ye say gise owuo enti say wo nkwa na aka nyina wo wani mu no eye woni be ma no ene wo ba no nko a enti mpanifo no e kire wo omususu de omunso asua na asa de omunso atena mu no enne omde ye dey e kirewo
no
se kwan abefa so a ubedi ukuru ni oba ma na busua sa na be ma no nso ubedi oba ni ni oba na busua e kwan a wo se wo fa so se ukuru aduane so nya nanfo a de wo se de wo ye both side ni nyina enti cheche ndie akwan bebre so na ansan so na san cheche ne baba na cheche san nipa no owo hu nimdie onim ne wahu ni ne onim ne owo ede mamo se ne mo bi so mo befa sa asem no ede atu anamo what must here
yes papa
sanity
yes
enti ensem bebre e no mbeka because obi wo ha sebio aware no foforo na ebe emamu e wo sene ni suban ebeye abofra be mu a eno no e wo sene ni suban eden edane ye de ko ti se eba ne saa eno soso no eden sem bebre eden eba nti se re mekan se eye ntiase ene sene mo beji atum se de mpanifo a cherekere mo no mo befa na mo de atu anamo na mfi se mo yesa ebeboa amaware na etima eden agina
Okay. Papa Yadawa Sipanya, Michelle, for this beautiful, thoughtful advice and this knowledge that we are sharing. I know my viewers are enjoying us as you stand by. Follow us on YouTube, Great Commission TV Ghana. Follow us on Facebook, Great Commission TV. We have it all in store here for you. And we are expecting your questions and your calls and your comments as well. Thank you for standing by your TV set. We are grateful. All right. We're still on it. We're still rolling. Yes. I want to ask my woman, kindly help us to explain, just like Daddy have explained some few, what are the few things, when you go for counseling, what are those things they teach people that still when they get to their marital issues, it become worse and worse? What at all are they teaching them?
Okay.
And why are they not abiding by them?
Okay, thank you very much. Just like we said earlier, sometimes to me it's not about the counseling. The truth is they are teaching them, all they teach them is for them to have a successful marriage. But I think sometimes they leave certain stone unturned. Sometimes they want to be, sometimes we emphasize on religious matters, well, especially this counseling thing is peculiar to Christians.
Exactly.
And so, they emphasize on religious matters. They tell them pray together. They tell them fast together. When you have issues, bring it to the Lord together. Those are the things they tell them. Our mothers never had that opportunity and they still had good marriages. Now, this is my point. A lot of times, this counseling thing, this church thing, this religious thing, permit me to say that it only makes people prepare for wedding. They are not prepared for marriage. And wedding and marriage are two different things. You see, marriage is a practical thing. I tell people marriage is different from dating. When you are dating, you see the man running after you, he's all over you, he can't see, if he doesn't see you, he can't eat, if you don't see him, you can't sleep, and all of that. By the time you enter the marriage itself, you will now understand that marriage is a school of learning. And that's why you see a lot of marriage counselors having marital issues. A lot of pastors have marital issues. There is no perfection. You see, if it is easy, it is easier said than done. It's always easy for you to tell somebody, don't do this, don't do this, do this. But when it comes to the practical aspect of it, when it comes to the reality, marriage is a reality show. It is not, it is beyond all this, when it is like this, you do it like this. When you have this, you do it like, it's more than that. It's a practical thing.
Exactly.
By the time you enter into it, that is when you will understand exactly what you have gotten yourself into. Because all those things that you think the man tolerates when you are dating, he might not tolerate them any longer. Then you are living a new life. And these are things they forget to tell young couples, that when you are going into marriage, you are starting a new life. So people still want to continue to live the same life they used to live when they were single in marriage. So they forget the counseling. The counseling sometimes is just 6 weeks. They tell you come every Wednesday. They call you to. It's more than that. So, and that's the way it goes.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my lady. I'm so grateful and proud to have both of you here. Oh, my goodness. There's a lot of knowledge to share together, but our time will not permit us. We will continue some other time. But still, we are not. Stay by your TV set. Do not go away. I am telling you and proudly tell you that this program is sponsored by GS Joseph Venture, GS Joseph Venture, House of Shoe, Home of Shoe. Call it anywhere, but all I know is a home. They are called Home of Shoes, and they are located in Accra, China House, Adjacent Children Hospital. They supply you in all parts of Accra region where you are, even outside Accra. Yes, you'll be grateful and happy to have business or to have a deal with them. I want to throw their number on air. Their number is 0243 557 397. GS Joseph Virtuals. I repeat their number 0243 557 397. Call them. You're going to deal and you're going to enjoy it too. Wherever you are, your parcel, your goods will reach you. Yes. They are located, of course, you know where I'm talking about, China House. They are called Home House of Shoes. Of course, my makeup is sponsored by AB Beauty Parlor. AB Beauty Parlor is located at Nungwa here. She is good. She owns a school, a nail technician, anything that you talk about concerning beauty. Is that your nail? Is it a pedicure? Is it anything about wedding? Is it what you want her to do that talks about beauty? Is it your hair? She's perfectly good in it. I'm telling you. You need to try her. She's just around. Let me give you her number. I know someday you would like to call and give it a try. Her number 0242404990. AB Beauty Parlor. My beautiful makeup is by them. 0242404990. Thank you. Thank you. We're still on it. Do not go. I'm just expecting your call anyway. That is one. So we move. All right. Elder, Miss Rao, me paucho. Nti, is it what are the importance of counseling? What are the importance? Say, then like, how will it help the marriage? What did I say? And yeah, let me hear that. Then I go with another question. I bring another question. Yes, okay. Okay.
And I'm gonna woot to know. Who knew Nimdia Bia? And near all who knew Diano. I was so man a quine there, watch that. Now, what did Sa and Church and day? It too an among. Na say wo tu sa na mo no a enu de mimi gidie ne say enu na beboa ma ware na ye den aye nkoso enti afutuo ni de ehu hia pa na mo de be ma na hia na say ebe ma na boa ne say wo be fa na say ya ka ne tra sa ne ye ja ne sa de because obu ho a ofisa ware na okomu nti na oba ya wo che ne tra se ya de wo tie wo ba onye firi nchen kwa ni oka ye bia na yedai ahye egu na ba sa ensem bebre nti afutuo ni de ehu hia pa ema oba ene be ma ni
all right papa nti papa o nti omoko counseling na nti counselor no omo ahu de omo be expect say ware no waka bibia kire omo wa ma omo advice say na ya ware no ti nti obema omo hu say ware na omo koma enye easy nti nyama be na obe kire omo omo hu say enye journey ketwa
anti said the American say nipa no ono experience one year or kire mu no mu
okay
nti obe kire o akwansidi ewom se ni gie ba mu a mu mienu se be sa anya ni gie kura no a e wo se mu mienu munya mo ho nte ase
okay
oh enti ni ono onimu no e na ode de ode kire
wo no no yes Elder is helping us to understand that when you go for counseling, the counselor is telling you what he or she knows. Yes, we still stand on what our psychologist is saying and what Elder is also saying, that marriage is between the two of you. That is how God have made it. Both of you should understand each other. We still stand on counseling or no counseling, you must understand each other. But it's also necessary to go for counseling. That is what they're helping us to understand here. Yes. So we want to hear from the psychologist. As a psychologist, you are an elder and a counselor and also book writers. I'm sure you've written a lot of novels and a lot of magazines. So you have more details in this compared to also what Elder is saying, as you confirm that he's also making a rightful point here. So I want to ask you, is it necessary to go for counseling? And why is it necessary?
Okay. To a certain extent, it is necessary. But if I want to be sincere with you, I also went for counseling before my wedding. My wedding, I've been married now for 20-something years, and the truth is, I didn't even remember all the things they said in the counseling. I couldn't even remember the counseling room that I went for like 6 weeks.
Can't remember anything.
When the marriage itself started, I couldn't remember.
Exactly.
Because it was different from everything the people who cancelled us are pastors. They were pastors. They were ministers. Myself and my husband, we weren't women ministers. So that's why we went to clubs. We were always going to clubs. The pastors never went to clubs. You understand? We both drink. The pastors don't drink. So it was more of a practical thing. It was more of a thing.
You were doing your own thing.
We were all doing our thing. Everything they said during the counseling, honestly, I couldn't remember any, and I'm sure you didn't remember too. But it was just our thing. So I'm still talking about this compatibility. People, when you are going into marriage, and don't expect too much. There's so much expectation. People already have a mindset, my husband must be this, my wife must do this, my wife must be like this, there's so much expectation, and we usually forget that these people are human beings. You want your husband to be perfect, you want your wife to be perfect, you want your wife to be like, I don't know what it is called. So when you expect too much, when there's so much expectation, it brings a lot of disappointment.
Exactly.
A lot. So,
all right.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. This particular topic and what you were talking about got me laughing because I remember the first I went to club those days. I was sleeping.
Sometimes you don't even remember.
I don't like I don't like night staffs.
Okay.
But this person was like, no, we need to go to club.
Okay.
Then when I got there, I was sleepy. When they were inside, I said I want to pee. I went outside behind the car. So anytime I remember this thing, because it's not my style.
Yeah.
When I'm outside, even right now, when I'm outside, it's exactly 8 p.m. night. I'm feeling sleepy.
Yeah.
That is how I'm brought up. That is what it means when you go to counseling, no matter what they said, who you are is who you are.
Exactly.
And that's what you're going to display. Exactly. And that is what all of us are agreeing here. Yeah. Elder have said it, you have said it, and I'm saying it as well. Yes. So let's talk about the sexual aspect of it in marital affair. To spice
it all.
Anything you do when you come to marriage without sex, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
You know that? So right now, I want to take you through it, Elder. Elder, please, does the counselors know? Do they counsel the couples about sex lifestyle? How they satisfy each other? How they're going to enjoy sex? I want you answer me.
I don't think ya nanka nipa ni bi susu say yan social answer. Oh, hono de ne ka no eye kan na kakra. Nanso so say ya ji atum say Christopher edi e. Emra ne ma ye kwan say ye be ko ho answer.
Papa.
Na.
Men ka say omo chira omo how to satisfy.
Sorry be chire. Ebi mu chire.
Omo but yes, yeah na say omo be chire. Say on the sex, how to satisfy your partner, what sex is all about in marriage. Yes, omo chira omo ana enye. What ka say yen so a adent na ye na yente. Elder, Elder, my
because I the worker say, yeah, just a bit chiremu no. And chiremu
ni answer. Yes, Elder, what person chire say? Oh, yeah, counselor, but me so be cause sexual aspects because our baby will want sex. Me say no, me da ho a. Just so be kunyane me. In fact, I don't know. Some people don't like it. Say they want to. So when you go for counseling. Is it important? Is it necessary they also educate them about the sexual aspect of it?
I can say I can't hold be.
Yes.
Into a year. Say mubenya chere every enunsumu.
All right. All right. Let me take that. Please, my lady, can you take us through this question?
You see,
yeah.
I wrote a book about sex in marriage. This is because I don't want to say 60%, let me say 55% of the marital issues I've handled as a psychologist are based on sexual issues. You know, the attitude of spouse in their marriage, low libido, their attitude to and the high libido, you know, the size of the sexual organ, and all of that had always been issues in marriages.
Yeah.
And if you want to ask me, I always tell people that for us to be able to avoid, but to some extent, some religious persons would not support this that I'm about to say. That how can you go into marriage with somebody that you don't know the sexual capability? I'm speaking circularly now. Some people will tell you that it is not a Christian thing, that for you to go into, to know the size before you go into marriage, to know the capability before you go into marriage. But the truth is, these are the things people complain about. You see a lot of people who are in Christendom, they also have other sexual partners outside of their marriage. Have we asked the question, why is this person cheating? We always concentrate on the cheating aspect. Do you know that a lot of men cannot even satisfy their wives in bed? As well as some women, they cannot satisfy. Once the husband wants to have sexual intercourse with them, they will be telling the do momo first. You have to do momo. They are commercializing sex.
Excuse me,
Send
sorry.
money
To them before you have sex with your partner?
Yes.
Really?
So, and that's commercial. that's a commercial
But please,
way
psychologist,
of,
I'm sorry, please, my lady. I know you've written a lot of magazine, and you're telling us right now you've written a book concerning these particular issues,
Yes.
and you've had a lot of comments and people bringing complaints to you.
Yeah.
So, as in, a woman would tell the husband
Yes.
or his partner to send money
Yes.
to her
Yes.
before they will have sex.
Yes.
Why? I want to know why.
It's called transactional sex.
Really?
I tell
Why?
a lot of people they are practicing prostitution even in their
In
marriage. They
marriage?
don't know. Because for you to tell your husband to wire you money before he sleeps with you, you know what that means?
I don't get it.
Yes, a lot of people, a lot of our audiences that are listening to me now, we
They
know that
know.
I'm saying the right thing. Some people will tell you before, then some women, you see, that's the aspect the counselors in the church are not talking about. Because they always talk about the religious, how you pray together and do all sorts of things together. But they will never tell you that when your husband is high, when your husband has erection, don't talk about money. It is that time that women, when they see that the man is already, you know, hard on, that's when they will say, there's no food in the house, the food stuff is finished. It's wrong. You understand? So these are little things that brings problems in the house. Okay, you are telling a woman to be prayerful, you are telling a woman to learn how to fast, but you forgot to tell her to maintain her neatness and hygiene. A woman must learn, you can't be a married woman and you are stinking. You can't even use body spray, your armpit, your everywhere. When your husband comes, you are tying wrapper. You are, I mean, all of those things brings problem in marriage, and the counselors don't even talk about all of these things. They only talk about the spiritual and religious aspect, and it's a lot of problem. The issue of sex and money is a lot
It's
of,
very important.
It's very important.
A lot of
in
impact
marriage.
in it in marriage.
Yes, and then that's when they will come and say, okay, you have to cook for your husband every time. You have to cook for your husband.
Just be cooking, sir.
Just be cooking, sir. They forget to tell the man too. You have to drop money for food.
Sir.
So you can't.
Viva, sir.
These and things. You see,
It's true.
we don't we leave the important ones and we concentrate on the ones that are less important. Personally, I would want to say that counseling or no counseling, couples must work on themselves
To be together.
to be together.
And build a good foundation
Yes.
for themselves.
Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, my lady. I'm proud to have this beautiful and handsome guest. Glory be to God for bringing this particular souls here to really educate our viewers. And I'm sure everyone is enjoying this particular program tonight. Yes, it's going to be like this all the time. But all we want is your comments. Yes, follow us on YouTube, Great Commission TV. Follow us on Facebook and throw your questions and call us. Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. But Elder, per se, let me ask you one or two questions. Those counselors, those couples that are going for counseling, do they have to know those counselors if they are married? Or must they have marital experience before they can be able to counsel someone else?
The question is, more counseling,
Nipa ko be counseling new couples na. I know be omo person omo call fresh. I know omo aware bibia besi omo ko for counseling no. Nipa ko be counseling omo a. Nipa no eye se onya marital like on your marital experience, and now we're worried that is it important say nipa na worried that, and now is it important say nipa on your marital experience so that he or she would know what to teach the people or to talk about.
Okay, the question, me jina me ma sorry am cause.
All right, Papa. All right, Papa.
Ye won penny force ye yi wom. A omo de ni say omo counseling new couples no. Omo nyina ye awarefo. Me kan say omo ani nso ye dey afi. Enti say nipa no nipa me feel say omo eba mu say omo ni mu futufo a je say bibia eda ne kwan mu say omo deserve so omo na omo di say adwuma no nti omo nye sabe nipa bia kekani a hyeda ye de ayi wo ne mo ya warefo a omo ni mo di e wa ware mu because nye say obi a ye hyeda ne ya select ne ye yi say nipa no
Good.
e de ama asafo ne say nti say bia wo na wo be ba say wo peso ware a ne ye de wa hye e bia maame asemasi nsa na papa we ensa.
Good.
Say moko na se bibisi a na ono say ni pana na mba dey wo be ba no ho na bia mo de mo asem aye dey abeto nanim say ne o ahya say o ka say after marriage no sanity.
And kasana but I think a lot of churches don't do that. If those are you that are counselors from the church or counseling the couples, do they supposed to have marital experience, or do they supposed to be in marriage? What do you have to say about that?
Okay, thank you very much. Like there's this general saying that you can't give what you don't have. Like I tell people, marriage is a practical thing and it takes experience to be able to understand it. Even at that, it doesn't mean that you are a professional. Nobody is a professional in marriage, because I've seen people who were married for 25 years, they see divorced. That's because something somehow is still very wrong. So these people, they need to be, like Elder said, that they are only telling you what they know. So, and something that you have not experienced, you cannot know how it feels. If you've never had a failed marriage, you cannot understand what somebody whose marriage is about to hit the rock is facing. So it takes experience. Marriage counseling is beyond imagination.
Exactly.
You can only tell people, I see it as advice, general advice, that if they take it, well, if they don't, if they have a way, it's just, to me, I don't see it as something that is 100% effective. Because it's good, it's nice, it's something we should encourage, though. But you see, the truth is, the reality of it, this man that you don't even know from anywhere, both of you went to one person for one counseling, and this woman that is coming from somewhere that has had 20 exes, then the two of you will now jam. Then you go for one counseling, before you know it, they say the marriage has started. And then, did you write the things they told you down? Any little thing, when the person is angry, you go and check the counseling notes, then you come. See, it comes from within.
Exactly.
Yeah, it comes
that's what
from
we've been
within.
saying.
Yeah, it comes from within. So, and that's the way I feel that people should, develop themselves and then work on one another. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much. This is our number on the screen, 0538-761098. You can call us right now if you have any question you want to ask us. Yes, Elder is here to answer your question, and the lady, my woman, is here. She's also a counselor here to respond to your question. The number is here again on the screen. It's just right there on your screen, 0538-761098. Please call her. We've been waiting for your call anyway. All right. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. We are still here standing by to see what you ask us to hear your question. That would be so great. Anyway, see, Elder Mepaucho, I want to understand, say, when people go in for counseling and get married to each other, when they stay in that marriage for some years, there's an issue that have come out again, is it necessary to go back for counseling again for the second round? Elder, please, can you take us through? It's important say Oma Koware no ma bisa question way that but yen shadanya answer papa no. My explaining my viewers kama no muntia say wa ware before wa koware no why counseling. Nti sisi anu wakum. Nti asem asesi asi ware no nshada nko ye. Eye right sa obesa akoba ka necessary na sa obesa akobiem na nipa no sa counseling ma wana.
Yo, ne meka ne say ne wo say eba ne say ne ode mo sha ase no. Se brain mo ho dia e wo se mo san ye dey etu anamo e ko no ho na mo da mo ho adi ana se asem kro na aba no wo da na di kire mo counselor no na ohu ni asi na se futuo e wo ho a e wo so ode mamu e de nara se bibi nsi ye a anka mo nsan mo chi nye de enko no ho anka mimizu se ka ne e fe ne se oh mami ana papa me da mo ase se futu amode ma ye de tu anamo no ne akowie ni am fi sa ye nkunimdi aye de amaye e hye na nimonyam bebre nanso de american e bia na ankoye ne sa ne mu asem na aba ti sa asem ba de a o se mo san akọ ne ho na mo koda asem kro na di na futu obi wo ha o de amamu nyina no asan mo chi aye de e de akwa akoto a mo anamu tu no so ti etwa se BBC will call back.
Thank you so much, sir. God bless you. Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you so much. 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 May God bless both of you so much. I really enjoy what we discussed about today. Yes, it's very important. We know all these things, even though we know these things, but sometimes it's keep our mind as human. So these matured people and intelligent people are here to remind us some of the things and some of the important and necessary things we need to do in our marriage. Even though, despite how you work hard to build a strong marriage, devil is sitting somewhere ready to destroy because he hates to hear marriage. Because marriage is that greater and strong institution that was ordained or that has been ordained by God. So devil does not want to see its progress. Anyway, all right. Thank you. My lady, can you give us one or two solutions to this problem? Counseling or no counseling, there's no progress in marriage. People go to counseling, there's no problem. They go back again after marriage. Still, what can you give us like two so that we can wrap up for the day? Yes, I think two is fine.
Yeah, thank you. The first thing I need to say here is that you don't marry anyone out of pity. The fact that you have been together for ages or you've been together for too many people have known you together, and you've invested so much emotions, so much money, so much this and that into the marriage, does not mean that it's not all relationship that must lead to marriage. If you are not compatible, if you have been seeing some kind of flaws, then you can excuse yourself. Good. That's one. You excuse yourself from the beginning because it is believed that a broken relationship is better than a broken marriage.
Thank you so much.
Another thing is that people must try to work on themselves, not waiting for their spouse to change them, because there's no way you can change anybody in marriage. It is you who should try and work on yourself. Okay, let me give an example. When I was in my family, we eat soft eba. Then when I got married, my husband liked hard eba. At some point, I was eating the hard eba with him. Then one day, I told him, please, if you eat the soft one, you will enjoy it. He tried it and saw that, oh, this is... So we have to try and educate one another and help each other to grow. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much. God bless you. We are wrapping it up tonight. Thank you, my listener. Thank you so much. Though your messages were coming on Facebook, but I could not read all and I could not reply you all, but I'm happy you were with us listening and all that. Thank you so much. This is my number, Lady Counsellor Stella. Yes, the host of Time with Counsellor Stella. 0554 841127. 0554 54 1127. That is my contact. If you want to talk or you want to have any advice or you want us to share something, that's fine. You can get me on that number. Of course, you know that this program is sponsored by GS Joseph Venture, a home of shoes. Of course, he is the one sitting beside us, the elder. He is the CEO, Mr. George of GFSA. And the other woman is a beautiful, pretty lady. Yes, she's an author, book writer, novels, magazines, everything. She's a, I don't want to, these people are too much. Thank you, Papa, thank you, Apostle, thank you for making and giving us this privilege to be here to share the word of God to our people out there. Thank you so much. Thank you, Alberta, controlling the camera. Thank you, the young Mohammed behind the controller. God bless you, Mohammed. Thank you, our manageress. Thank you, Nanaya. God bless you so much for standing behind, making sure that everything works on successful. And thank you, Eben, for being there. And thank you for everyone that make this program a successful one. May God bless you. Catch you same times, my viewer. I love you guys so much. Thank you. Take good care. Be strong. One love. Bye-bye.